Hello, sorry I haven't recorded a video in a while. It's been a few weeks. So right now I'm 16 weeks pregnant in one day, and everything is going okay. We did have some hiccups along the way. At 12 weeks I went for my NT scan, and they said that the fluid behind the head was a little elevated. It was measuring 3.1 and the normal range is up to 3. So that was very scary to hear because that's a marker for Down syndrome and other chromosomal abnormalities. And so they gave us our options and suggested that we do a CVS test, and because that will give us the results within 48 hours versus doing Harmony 21 test, which will take up to 2 weeks to get the results. So we opted for the CVS. I was already having some spotting to begin with, and when the doctor attempted to do the test, I started bleeding a lot more, like I was hemorrhaging. So they rushed me to the OR, and they was trying to figure out where the bleeding was, if it was the baby or if it was me. Luckily it was me. He had just punctured something in the cervix. And so they stopped the bleeding. They basically stuffed me full of cotton things, and to sort of press on the bleeding and make it stop. We had to stay unexpectedly overnight in the hospital, just to make sure I was stabilizing and I was bleeding out. And the bleeding did stop, luckily, and the baby was okay. I did have some bleeding inside where the baby was, but you know, so far she doesn't, the baby doesn't seem to be affected by it. And then they did take my blood for the Harmony 21 test at that point, luckily, and we was the most agonizing 2 weeks of my life waiting for those results. So everything went through my head, from all the complications to potentially terminating the pregnancy to, just it was not fun. We went through how to have this baby, and then to have the possibility of terminating it. It was a horrible thing to go through. Luckily, the test did come back in about a week, and they told us that we have a very low risk of Down syndrome, and they also told us that she's a girl. So we're very happy, very, very happy, very relieved. And since then, my bleeding has subsided. I do try to take it easy and not lift my daughter too much and things like that. Luckily, my husband is still unemployed and home, so that has helped a lot from lifting her and everything. Also, what else? So we had the stress for that baby. We had also the stress of my husband not finding a job and looking for a job, and also my daughter, that's 2.5, has a heart problem, and we had to go in, and she gets reevaluated every 6 months, and they told us that her problem is minor. However, it does require open heart surgery, so she'll probably get that within a year or two. So that was good to hear that the surgery will fix it, but it's still an open heart surgery, which is very, very scary. So it was a lot of sort of news to take care of and process and just get used to, I guess. Also, it's been a pretty hot summer, which hasn't been really enjoyable if you're pregnant and not feeling well. But of course, I can't complain about that. Other than that, my belly is growing, and I think I'm starting to feel her move, which is very exciting. I have an elective ultrasound on Saturday, just to make sure she's doing well, and another one at the end of the month for my 19-week anatomy scan. We're also going to have a heart sonogram down to check her heart more detailed in the children's hospital, just because of what my daughter has. They want to make sure that she doesn't have any issues as well. Sorry, my thing keeps falling. What else? That's about it. Been feeling pretty good overall, much better than my first pregnancy, aside from the bleeding. My nausea has subsided. I have very hard time sleeping at night, but that's to be expected. Occasional headache, occasional cramping. I do feel much bigger than I did my first pregnancy. My belly popped out a lot sooner than anticipated, and I just feel bloated and huge. So I'm trying not to gain too much weight, but I am overweight to begin with, so it's already an issue. They want me to do the glucose test next week, just to if there is a problem, to sort of get myself on a diet and address it earlier, which I basically requested. What else? It's just been a tough couple of sort of months between the bleeding and the no job and the worrying that the baby's okay and worrying about my daughter and things like that. So we're hoping that things will turn around. Also, on a good note, we did start planning sort of adjusting the nursery. We only have a 2-bedroom, so we need to, they'll be sharing a room. But I'm glad it's a girl because the room is very pink already. So if it was a boy, it would have been a lot harder to adjust the colors. So I don't have to do as much. And we decided on an owl theme. So it'll be aqua and pink and owl. So it should be cute. I got the bedding already. I still gonna wait on the crib, but I know which one I'm gonna get. And my daughter is still in the crib, so we're buying a separate crib. And I think I want to keep her, even when she goes to a toddler bed, I want to keep her in her own crib because she's just used to it. It transfers to a toddler bed and then a full bed. And I'm going to get a similar crib for the new baby, so they have their own sort of beds and things to go with. So that's been fun, planning that and researching that. And I still have to go through all my stuff that I saved for my daughter to see what I can use and what needs to be repurchased and things like that. I have been buying a lot of stuff on yard sales, which have been great because it's a lot cheaper, and babies wear it for just a few months, so if not only a few weeks sometimes. So I'm enjoying saving some money, paying $2 or $1 versus 10 and up for certain baby clothes. I also do a lot of consignment shopping and things like that. And that's about it. My energy is pretty low. I'm trying to stay motivated and get things done, but some days is a lot harder than I hope it will be. Also, I do struggle with depression, and I kind of feel like it's creeping back up, and I'm hoping that I can fight it off. But I if it does get a little bit worse, then I will seek some medication or therapy or both, depending. That's about it. Let me know if you have any questions. But that's what's been going on. I just haven't made a video because we were sort of in limbo, not knowing how the baby's going to be doing. And then once we found out, then we finally let everybody in our family know that we're pregnant, and friends and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. But then I'm constantly have fear that something will go wrong, and I'm just hoping that things will continue to progress well. There won't be any more complications. So I'm really enjoying watching a lot of videos for Veda and Blockfest, or whatever you guys want to call it, for August. That has been a lot of fun, and it keeps me occupied. And I'm enjoying seeing all the bellies grow and the little babies being born. I also know that a lot of ladies out there are expecting girls, which is exciting. Just remember, girls are a lot of drama. My 2-year-old is so much drama. It's just unbelievable. and she's in the stage now where she likes to be naked. We found her today in her crib, absolutely naked. She has stripped herself down, including the diaper. I know she just refused to put clothes on. So anticipate that. They're fun for for few. I mean, she's in a very fun age, but it's just it's also a very tough age because she wants to do a lot and boss us around, but the understanding isn't quite there. So anyway, but girls are great. She's a good buddy of mine, and we get along great. Anyway, so that's it on my front, and I'll keep you guys posted, and hopefully I'll keep you posted with some great news. Okay, talk to you later. Bye bye.